Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're going to take a look at a wide variety of items from Monowear. If you're not familiar with Monowear, this is a company out of California that is making really nice bands for the Apple Watch. So they have a whole lineup of Apple Watch bands and some accessories like this right here as well. And I'm going to show you everything that they sent me. So what's in front of you now we'll start with, and it's called the Mono Chest. And the Mono Chest comes in 4 colors and it sells for $99.99. And what the Mono Chest is meant to be is a dual sort of watch band keeper and charger all in one. So you can see it's made from like a leatherette type of material. If you look on the back, there is a channel here for the Apple Watch charger, which I'll show you. And then these flaps are held together with magnets. The Monowear logo is down here in the lower right-hand portion of this front flap. So if I open it up, the interior is lined with like a suede microfiber. And here you can see there's an empty spot for an Apple Watch. And basically what you want to do is take your charger and press it through the back of the Mono Chest like so, and then run the cable through one of the channels, and you can do it on either side. And then when you flip it open, you now have a spot to actually charge your Apple Watch cable or Apple Watch with the cable in. So just make sure that your cable portion is stuck all the way through, and then basically you can take your Apple Watch and it will magnetically just lock in there and start charging. You can close the flap and you're good to go. Now, if you want to have a band on that, you can do it, and I'll show you in a second when I start showing you all the bands. But basically, this becomes the permanent sort of spot or location where you can charge your Apple Watch. You can close it up when you're traveling. You can leave it in there at home as a sort of stand-like position when you're charging up your Apple Watch. So pretty cool. So Monowear sent me along 3 of their bands, and I actually already own 2 more. So we're going to go over all of them right now. We'll start off with the leather, which here you see the red and brown versions. They come in 5 different colors in the leather, and they sell for $79.99. Now, as I pull this out of the Mono Chest, one thing I want to point out is you see these little rubber tabs here. That's what keeps the band inside here, which is kind of neat. So here is the red version of the leather, and then here is the brown that I already own. And one thing I want to note is I wore the red for about a week or so. The brown is already has this like really kind of unique patina to it. Since I've been wearing it for longer, it's taking on its own sort of style, which is great. These are authentic leather. The thing I love about the leather is they're just thick enough that they're, you know, really good looking, but not so thin that they feel cheap. So this means that they are super comfortable to wear. Now, all the hardware can be color matched to the band or the watch of your choosing. So if you have a space gray Apple Watch, you can match up the hardware to that. So this is the leather. You see you get the 2 extra keepers here. Again, genuine leather, nice and thick, as you can see, and super comfortable to wear. And that leather, again, you can choose from 5 different colors. Probably my favorite out of the bunch is the next one, and it's one they didn't send me, but one I own, and it's called the Deployment, and that's this guy right here. Now, this one comes in 5 colors too, and it just sells for $10 more than the leather. It's $89.99. It's also obviously genuine leather. One thing that's cool to note is the band is tapered, so it's thicker at the ends and thinner towards the center, because at the center is where it sort of doubles up. And what this is a leather band with a deployment style clasp. So fully adjustable to the size of your wrist, but basically once it's on, it's like a, you know, high-end deployment style watch clasp. So I'll get it on the Apple Watch and I'll show you what I mean. Really cool. This, like I said, is one of my favorites. It's super comfortable, lightweight, and it looks great. And there you go. So it clips on really nicely, locks together great, and I absolutely love the deployment. And it pops off just as easily as it goes on. You do have to kind of get behind the band to take it off since it doesn't open all the way. I mean, you can if you want to take it apart, but not a big deal. And again, the deployment sells for $89.99, and that comes in 5 colors too. All right, so next is the nylon, and that's this one, which is sort of like a NATO style strap. The nylon band comes in 6 colors, and it sells for $59.99. I've owned the Apple nylon band, and I will say this is about 2 times as thick. So nice quality, very strong, you know, durable product. It's got these metal keepers at the end. You get 2 of them. And this one, again, you can color match the hardware for your specific Apple Watch. Slides on real easy. This is lightweight when you want something sort of casual. looking, and you don't want to dress up your watch too much, this thing looks great. And I love the metal clips here at the end. Very comfortable to wear. And again, a ton of colors to choose from. 6 different colors for $59.99. I prefer this one over the Apple version all day long. The last band they sent me is a metal band. And this one is the steel color. And now it sells anywhere from $99.99 for the steel or $119.99 for the black stainless version. And it's got a really nice locking clasp with a button. This is like I would call a more traditional sort of link bracelet, more traditional than the Apple one. It has more movement to it than the Apple. It's more of a link style, where the Apple is linked, but the links are sort of locked more together. It doesn't move on your wrist as much. I find this much more comfortable to wear. So you can see that. It's got kind of a two-tone look. You've got like a brushed outside with a shiny, glossy inside. And you've got that push button clasp to open it up. Now, the one thing about this that differs from the Apple Watch or the Apple version is that the links don't come off just like the Apple Watch one. The Apple version of the link bracelet, you can remove the links quite easily. This one takes a little bit of work. It's more like a traditional watch band where you have to remove the pin. So I took it to my local jeweler. He charged me $10 to take the links out. But this is totally something you could do at home if you're comfortable with that sort of thing as well. Not a big deal, and probably something you only have to do once, maybe twice a year, if your wrist changes size in the winter or something like that. So that's been my brief sort of overview of many of the Monowear products for the Apple Watch. I have more information about all of this stuff over on my full review at runaroundtech.com, and there will be a link to that in the video description. If you have any questions about any of the individual bands, I know I couldn't go into too much detail about all of them, definitely leave me a comment and I'll respond back to you as soon as I can. And as always, remember, have a great day.